stream last
And
time.
we're live. Yeah. And we're live. Welcome to Tuesday. Yeah, not Tuesday Talk. Flipping bunch, getting my shows mixed up here. It's just Dara and I in the house tonight. So um I'm gonna hit that show comments on stage because we usually can't see them unless we do
Yeah.
anymore lately. But if you're a regular, we just love it when you come on and comment. We can see your comments from Facebook and from YouTube. So we're happy to have you here. And we don't have anybody in the house yet, but we'll go ahead and do our normal introductions. So Dara, if you want to tell everybody about yourself.
Hi, I'm Dar from DIYs by Dar. I've been into furniture art for probably the last 5 years and a YouTube channel for the last 4 years. I've been an artist all my life. I'm a retired RN, but I do this because I have overlap autoimmune diseases and it helps with pain and distraction. So that's why I picked this up. And I have been a Made by Marley brand ambassador probably for, I don't know, it's been a year, hasn't it, Levon, that we've been ambassadors?
Mhm.
Over a year,
Yes,
I think.
I think so
I
too.
sell on some online stores and Etsy being the main one right now. And I sell at a local boutique. That's it for me.
Okay. And actually, I think it's going on 2 years because I remember being at Atlas and making videos for Made by Marley. And so yeah, we're both brand ambassadors and we enjoy that. Um, so I'm Levon from Statement Designs. And I'm also concerned because there's nobody watching us. That's unusual. But I flip furniture. I consider myself a furniture artist. And I put my furniture in consignment stores. And I do custom work for people. And that's my story. I'm doing a couple of shows coming up here. So I've been working on lots of smalls, some jewelry, and those kinds of things. But Dara and I and Crystal, and we'll miss Crystal and her giggles tonight. She's freezing at sports events. But here comes our crowds. But yeah, since she's not here with us, it's just Star and I kind of we've been talking a lot about AI, and Mara kind of started us all on really AI. I think we were all kind of poo-pooing it. And she likes what's her CP Copilot. That's who she likes to consult. Yeah. So, and Dar has been, she's done a deep dive before on analytics. And I'll be honest, sometimes it goes like right over my head because I'm just like not a numbers person, I guess. And I think sometimes I need things explained to me in an elementary style. And I also just sometimes I have to, like let things marinate, as they say, just so I can think about things. So anyway, I wanted to share with you that Cheryl Wall from Lifestyle of a DIYer sent me a message, and she said, I don't know whether you can do this on AI that you don't pay for, but she said, if you send them your analytics and a link to your video and your thumbnail, they'll analyze it. She said, it's wonderful. They came back in a few seconds with mine. And so I do pay $8 a month for my Chat GPT. And up until today, I've had it on my phone and have had, because I keep most of my pictures on my phones, and so had these conversations. But tonight I'm going to share with you the conversation that I had with Chat GPT, because if you're like me, my reasoning for doing it is if you're like me, then maybe that's what you need for it to kind of sink in. And also, again, I'm concerned because we don't, our viewers are going up and down and we're not seeing comments. It's weird. It's unusual. But anyway, is it Glenda or is it Bronny? Bronny's really like, no, she doesn't want to do it. Yeah. So I thought maybe this might just kind of prove to some people that it's not as bad as it seems. So I'm going to share my screen. Um, Chat GPT. Hang on a second. Let me know when you can see. Why is that not? Oh,
Yeah, I
oh,
use Chat GPT all the time now, and I had to use it to help fix my computer situation once again today, and they came through 100% for me. So it seems like when I get stuck or have a question about something, I am asking Chat GPT. I wanted to send him a message and say, hey, if you were in real life and around here, you'd be my best friend because you get me.
you get me. That's right. Hey,
You
can
get
you
me.
see that?
No,
Can you?
I'm not seeing
You cannot
anything.
see it. Okay,
No,
here's something I didn't think of, but maybe you're not allowed to share a Chat GPT screen. Let me try again. Let me know if you can see it. No?
no, not.
Okay. Microsoft Edge tab. Huh.
The last time I was up, um, I shared the Chat GPT with everybody online, but I had taken screenshots of everything and just put
Okay.
it up individually. So that was how I got it to come up. I didn't try to do a screen share with it.
Okay.
Um,
Well, guess what? It's not going to let me. So it's story time. I'm going to I'm going to do some reading. And it is what it is. I didn't even think to give it a try to see if I just assumed I could share the screen. But I guess they have their reasoning for it. So anyway, I sent them I said, hello, here's the link to my latest YouTube video along with the analytics. And I took a screenshot of the analytics from the YT studio on my phone. I said,
was
let me
was it a
know where I,
long was it a long form video? I'm sorry, was it a long form video or a short?
it was a long form video.
Okay.
And I said, here's the link to my latest YouTube video along with the analytics. Please let me know where I can improve, please. I'm very polite because Mara says the more polite you are, the better results you get. So right away, like immediately right away, they said I couldn't directly pull detailed stats from your specific video link, but your screenshot plus your niche, furniture, artistry, design, already tells me a lot about where you can improve. I'll break this into what's working, what's holding you back, and exactly what to change next video. No fluff. What your analytics are telling me from your screenshot, 2.3 thousand views, solid but not accelerating. Graph shows one spike, then a drop off. Top videos are around 200 to 250 views each. Translation, you're getting initial clicks but not sustained momentum. The algorithm is testing your content, then stopping. This almost always means CTR, which is the click through rate, or retention isn't strong enough. The biggest issue, likely, based on your niche for furniture design content, success usually hinges on three things. The thumbnail clarity, this is huge for you. Most creators in your space fail here. If your thumbnail doesn't clearly show before versus after, or doesn't highlight the wow moment, people don't click. Fix by using big contrast, light versus dark, ugly versus beautiful. Add 1 to 3 words max. Wait for it. Unreal flip. $20 to $3 signs. lots of dollars. Your hook. There you are, Dar, with the hook. In the first 5 to 10 seconds, this is probably your number one retention leak. If your video starts like intro, talking, explaining, you're losing people. Instead, open with the payoff. This was the worst piece I've ever seen. Wait till you see the end. Or visually, show the final result immediately, then rewind. I'm going to pause here for a second just to say I always hesitated to show the final piece before. I mean, if you've ever noticed, and Dara, I've seen you lots of times, well, you'll reveal your piece before you've posted the video. And I just never did that. Wait, I have a message up here. Your browser has blocked your screen. Click the screen icon in your address bar to allow access, then reload the page. I can't do all that because you can see me though, right? I'm just wondering,
Yeah.
maybe.
I checked on the phone and
Okay,
we're on.
Okay, cool. All right. Who knows? Who knows what's happening? So anyway, I guess it's okay to show the reveal beforehand because I guess that gets them interested. So that's something I learned. Okay, pacing, especially for flipping videos. Your graph spike, then drop, suggests viewers click, then leave early. Common causes are too slow, like if you're focusing on sanding and prep footage, too much process and not enough information. The way to fix it is the 0 to 5 seconds is the hook, the final reveal tease. Then 5 to 20 seconds, this was the problem. 20 to a minute 30, fast cuts, no dead time. And your midpoint is a mini reveal. And then the end is the full reveal and the satisfaction shot. So I guess I was doing something right. They told me what I'm doing right is you're getting consistent views. Your niche works. So I am kind of glad that I broke off the Tuesday Talk channel because I was doing smalls. So this channel is strictly furniture now. Statement designs. Titles like Elegant Quick Flip, Good Direction. You already have repeatable content format. That's a strong foundation. High impact changes. Do these next. Change how you title videos. Right now, yours look descriptive. You want curiosity plus transformation. Instead of elegant quick flip on 2 side tables, try, I almost gave up on these. This flip shouldn't have worked. From trash to high end, wait for it. I thought, I like that. These, because one of our guests, Lemons to Lemonade, I'll get rid of that person. Okay, I just noticed the comments. And there's Bronny.
I was waiting to see if they were going to say anything else. I was going to keep at them.
Bronny, I mentioned you earlier that you were kind of like, we talk about AI all the time. So what I'm talking about right now is, I don't know whether you saw it or heard it, but I can't share my screen or else I would put it up. So I'm kind of just reading to you what my experience was when I asked ChatGPT to evaluate my video and tell me how I can do better. So that's kind of where we were with things. And Dar, please just if someone has a question, because I can't see that when I'm reading the other screen. So just interrupt and yell and don't wave your hands because I can't see them. Okay, so at a moment, every 10 to 15 seconds, retention equals moments. So examples are a stain reveal, a paint peel, a hardware upgrade, dramatic before and after cut. third thing was lean into your personality more. Not overkill, but quick reactions, short commentary, opinions like this was a mistake. That builds a connection and increases watch time. So sometimes I tend to edit to the point of like I'll go back and get rid of my buts and ands and all that stuff. You're welcome, Bronny. But there's times when I mean, conversationally, we all stumble over our words, we make mistakes, and then sometimes we make a joke about it. And that's our personalities. And I think that's kind of what they're getting at, that sometimes you need to keep that stuff in. So I hate to just keep reading to you, but to me, I think they were giving good advice. So I'm going to continue. And I was planning on doing something experimental as well, like by adding my latest pictures to see what they said. And I can certainly still do that. But I might have to do it when Dar, you take over at that point, and then I can come back with the results. Okay. And number 4 was end better. This matters more than people think. Don't just finish. Instead, show the final piece in a styled room, which I do that. So that's one part where I feel like AI doesn't always quite get, what you're doing, because I did do that, show a cinematic shot, or the question, would you keep this or sell it? Which is a good question, because I think a lot of YouTubers will just say, you'll have to let me know what you think about this in the comments. What to watch in your next upload. After you apply these changes, check your click-through rate, aim for 5 to 10%. Average view duration, if under 30 to 40%, fix your pacing. Retention graph. See, those are those analytics that fly over my head sometimes, but I like the way they explained it to me, because they're telling me what to look for. They're telling me what it means, retention graph, look for an early drop, a hook issue. So that hook is so important. So then here's where I think they go above and beyond. If you want next level help, if you send your thumbnail, your title, or the actual video file, I can rewrite your title, redesign your thumbnail concept, pinpoint exact drop-off moments. Right now, you're not far off. You just need stronger hooks, plus packaging, plus pacing. So I sent a screenshot of my thumbnail from the Pop Art Furniture Flip Challenge. They said, all right, this is actually a great concept, but your thumbnail is doing too many things at once, and it's costing you clicks. I'm going to be direct so you can improve fast. The core problem, your thumbnail has 3 competing focal points. The dresser with polka dots, the flip and bunch graphic. They didn't like our flip and bunch graphic. But what they didn't understand is it's a collab, and we kind of have to put it on there. And the portrait pop art piece, which was me. I should show you this picture, but I don't know that I can right now. The viewer doesn't know where to look in half a second. That equals lower click-through rate. I'm going to come back to you a second, see if there's any questions at this point. Ronnie says it's good to be real. Keep it real. Okay.
Yeah. Before you go any further, I was just thinking about what you had said about making those changes, but on a long form video, you can't really go back and redo your video without completely redoing the whole thing and uploading again, right? I mean,
yeah, I think they're just saying, look at this example, and then for your next video, implement these changes. I think that's what they're saying. Yeah. All right. So, what's hurting performance specifically is too much text. Pop Art Furniture Flip Challenge. Now they're saying this is way too long for mobile. Again, this is on the thumbnail. People don't read, they scan. Number 2 is no clear before to after. This is huge in your niche. So from now on, you'll be seeing my reveal right in the thumbnail. Right now, it looks like a finished artistic piece, but I don't immediately understand the transformation. The left side is visually weak. The dresser, it blends into the background. It doesn't look dramatic or bad enough before. No tension equals less curiosity. How to fix this? Option 1, classic high-performing format. Left, ugly plain dresser. The before, right, bold pop art finish piece. Add an arrow or split line or strong contrast. Text, 2 to 3 words. Wait for it. Insane flip. From this, option 2, lean into the pop art. Stronger for your brand. Your right side is actually fire. That was my picture. So make that 80% of the thumbnail. Because what that was an AI generated graphic from my PixArt. So remove the flip and bunch graphic entirely. Keep the dresser small or inset. Text ideas, pop art. I tried this, or worth it. Option 3, curiosity based, which is my favorite for you. So they said, big face, pop art plus emotion, then small corner, tiny before image, text. I wasn't sure. This was a risk. Should I sell this? What I would remove immediately is they really don't like our flip and bunch graphic. Save it for
Well, see,
branding elsewhere.
that's why I have never, I quit putting the flip and bunch thing or like whatever collab it was. I quit putting it on the thumbnail because of that. I just
Okay.
have to put it, you know, in the first part of my video, which
Yeah.
now they're even saying different place for that, but you really can't get away from that. I mean, it has to be in there when you're first starting because it messes with your hook. You know, if you got to get your, you know, touchy on how you get that arranged, because the way that I do my,
I guess, you know, like say I'm thinking about my pop art challenge piece. I mean, because I usually say, you know, right away, this is part of, but I could have said something like, you know, I don't know, just like what about something about the dots or something about Maryland, or you know, Maryland fan, or just something else besides that. And then this is part of a YouTube challenge between hosted by or whatever. So I guess I won't be doing that anymore either, because when you think about it, I guess the fact that your viewers have stumbled upon it, and it's, or if they were directed to a playlist, then they already know, I guess, that it's part of a collaboration. So, all right. I'm going to try to, not go over every little thing. I don't want to be boring. Okay. So small but important tweaks: increase the contrast on the dresser, darker shadows, brighter highlights, add a subtle glow or outline to the subject. A slight zoom in on your current crop is a bit wide. Why this matters: right now your video is probably getting impressions but not enough clicks. Fixing the thumbnail alone would double your CTR, which equals YouTube pushes it more. One honest note, which is important: your artistic style is strong, but your thumbnail is trying to explain the video instead of selling the click. Those are two different jobs. If you
gotta
want,
sell click.
Yeah, gotta sell the click. And again, they're very helpful. If you want, I can redesign this exact thumbnail concept for you, or give you 2 to 3 clickable versions tailored to your brand style. Just say the word. And I said, I would love to see a different thumbnail that you can create, keeping in mind the Flip and Bunch logo is there because it was part of a collaboration. So they did put it, I wish I could show you this. Maybe I can download it real quick and then show it to you.
You can
Down.
always change your thumbnail and your title based on the information that you send into Chat GPT, and that may help your click-through rate. I was listening to, there's a couple guys that when I have run out of everything else to watch and listen to, I'll listen to them that go over things specifically dealing with YouTube. And of course, they said YouTube's changed everything all around again. And I swear to gosh, right when you think you've got it handled, then they're going to go ahead and they change it again anyway. But they said your click-through rate within the first 24 hours, if it's not a certain percentage, to go, and you may have another chance at it if you change your thumbnail at that point and your title at that point. You may be able to retrieve that. But when it gets past 48 hours, forget it. YouTube's not going to play it anymore.
Well, that's interesting. And then sometimes I try to keep in mind that those people are also selling the click. Are they giving accurate information? So I did download what they redid my thumbnail as, and here's what that looks like. So they took my image. So that isn't my dresser, but they're just giving me an example, obviously. But they took, the before, the arrow to the after. But then I liked what they did in the corner, a collab with, so that's a good idea. Oops.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. Okay, so I said, I love this. Thank you. I'll try some of these ideas with my next video. They said, that's exactly the attitude that's going to move the needle for you, testing and refining. One quick suggestion as you apply this to your next video, don't change everything at once. Try a new thumbnail style, keep your editing style mostly the same. Then on your next video, keep the strong thumbnail, improve the hook and pacing. That way you'll actually know what's driving results instead of guessing. And then again, another suggestion, if you want, when your next video is ready, drop the thumbnail and title here and I'll tweak it before you publish. That's where the biggest growth jumps usually happen. I said, that sounds like a plan, and thanks. Then we went to a thumbnail design strategy, but this was for my Tuesday talk, which I can download that one real quick. Yeah, I can. Okay. So while I put this up, what do you think? Bronny, let us know what you think, because you're the naysayer in the group.
Well,
you're not the only one. I was like that too.
48 hours, but that is exactly what the guy said, and they said even for their own videos, he brought up one that they had done themselves in their YouTube guidelines, and where it wasn't good, and he said what it was, and he went ahead and changed it, and he was able to get, probably 3 times more views after he changed it. So even they have problems.
Wow. Yeah. So here was my thumbnail for my Tuesday talk, which I liked it. I really liked what they did, because I had to tell them, they put their original one said $1 lantern. I said, hey, the Dollar Tree is not $1 anymore. So, and then the picture, they had me like a lot. They had me a lot higher up. And then I said, could you lower it so I'm actually looking at the lantern? So they did, and I liked it. And I liked the fact that they put live in it. So um, let me see. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's harsh. Let me try a second to share and see if I can pull up image file. Bronny says, thinking about a recent convo with Lel about her changing her thumbnail and it tanked. Things to consider. It's not one size fits all, I think. That is true. And I do try to keep that in mind. And Gretchen's in the house. Can't believe I got distracted by a call with my sister and missed half of your show. Oh, we're going to have a talk with her. Okay, let me see if I can share. Um, oh, that was the analytics that I was going to put up on Chat GPT, but we can't share Chat GPT. So Gretchen, that's one thing we found. We couldn't share. So we're just kind of reading.
Yeah, the only thing you can do is take a screenshot of the information, and that was how I presented my info from Chat GPT. I did screenshots, downloaded them to my computer, and then put them up that way instead of
Okay,
like a
so
live link.
okay. I asked them to do this one for me totally. And I also asked them to do my stage picture. So I was real happy with what they did. I might have to go back in and get the one though. I caught a mistake on it, which it's like, so the shoe rack, if you saw it, it was like they took the image and it kind of was like, it looked like a piece of paper just sitting on there. But I really did like this. They suggested the custom for a client, just short and sweet, because originally it was like peace inspired. So anyway, there's that. Um, okay, let me go back. Dar, maybe if you want to like carry the conversation on here, well, and also how I want to go back to Chat GPT a second and pull up another conversation I had real quick. But if you want to take what
I can tell them about my Chat GPT. I sent my short into them and the information that they gave me back on that.
Yeah. But I also
if
was hoping you
anybody,
would compare it to what's that program that you use, the
vidIQ.
Yes. I was kind of hoping
vidIQ.
you'd do a
Yeah.
comparison.
Yeah, because I did kind of compare. I went ahead and I just recently on this piece I'm working on now, because I'm getting a little more comfortable with using this Chat GPT. I just thought, I wonder if I can send them the short and if they can tell me where I can make some beneficial changes on it. And they did. They went and basically told me everything. Didn't really have to create a thumbnail for that, but the only thing that they did say, like for a thumbnail, is to put the finished piece up there first. And if it is a part of a series, plus what they said to put that as your in your hashtag DIY series as part of your hashtag, so somebody would know if they're looking at DIY series, but put the main picture of what you're making up there very first, and then put the part up there, like part 2, part 3, part 4, so people can see, actually what is going on with that. I put my thumbnail in for my Vlad table to chat GPT. And then I sent that and title to Chat GPT for the Vlad table. Then once I had it all ready and uploaded, I checked it with vidIQ. vidIQ only gave me a 40 on Chat GPT's thumbnail. So they still wanted me to change that thumbnail even from Chat GPT. So it's like I threw my hands up in the air and I'm like, all right, who am I going to believe here now? So I guess the best word on that is find and use what is comfortable for you
Mhm.
and go with the best one that you like yourself. But I have a tendency to agree with what Lavon is saying here in the things that they told me in Chat GPT, whether it was a long form video or a short form video. Keep it from 1 to 3 words on your thumbnail. Keep it to a before and an after picture, and use the more kind of simple, that's it, just then and now. Tweak your colors and your background or whatever you've got to give it a little more pop. And that's what they pretty much said to leave it at.
Mm. Okay, so I had sent, so like I said, they totally made my thumbnail for that last video. But then they also did, I told, here's the other things I said. I always say, hi, I would like to stage these photos both together and separately in a garage with white walls and a terrazzo floor with a touch of bright blue in it. I want it in the 16:9 aspect ratio. I'll send a picture of a rack on the wall if you can include that in the picture also. Well, they started generating the photo before I sent the picture of the rack. But then immediately, with no more conversation, they sent that. I'm going to download this real quick so you can see, because this is the one that has the mistake, and I want you to see that. And I said, that's pretty cool. I love it. And then they're like, if you want to push it even further, especially for selling or a portfolio, here's the latest tweaks we can do. And they gave a bunch of things, and I'll just highlight the bold things. Hero shot version, more editorial. They want to soften the garage feel slightly. But this piece is for a client, and it went in her garage, you know. Color story version, lean harder into that bright blue. Luxury listing version, strip back some clutter, spotlight just the cabinet, detail shots. So I just came back and I said, this is for an actual client, and they were her pieces, so I don't have to sell it. I said, these will work, but perhaps could you help me with a thumbnail for a YouTube video? And that's when they created it. Let me come back here and show you. Okay. No, that's okay. It was there. Darn. Remove. Here it is. This is the one I want to show you. So this rack up here was a heck of a lot smaller than that. And they made it span the whole wall, which is fine. I thought that looked cool. And there, you know, on the left is the piece that I did. And on the right, there's 2 racks. Can you see the one where the design is facing? Look how they kind of screwed it up. Like they just kind of made it wonky, like it went sideways. So, yeah. So they screwed up there. But I didn't even realize it until after the video was up. So What are you going to do? Remove. Okay. You guys are talking about the weather, and I can't even think about it being winter again. So I feel sorry, Bronny, but maybe you like winter better, but I'm happy our summer's hopefully coming soon. It's taken forever, but um okay. So I'm just trying to find some good worthy stuff here. Um Okay, so I had told them a previous chat that I suggested a previous chat suggested I show the before. So that's when I sent it all and they took all that information. Um
Yeah, I've had Chat GPT change my picture, and what they changed it to, like, just terrified me. It scared me. I thought, gosh,
yes.
I don't look like that. What?
So the other day I asked them I had taken a picture of some things on my table, and the way the light was hitting it, you could see the shadow from my phone. So I just sent them the picture and I said, could you remove the shadow? And literally in a second it was back and it was perfect. So that's
I think
sometimes and I do think the more information you can give them when you're asking them to do something for you, the less likely that'll happen. But I think I have no idea how or why that happens, but it does. So, you guys have any
here, I've got one
questions?
tip for you. I got one tip for
Yes.
you. I'm back in looking on their recommendations for shorts, because if you guys remember, I did that whole series on how many shorts you had to do every day for so many days to hit. Well, for the different organizations, like for TikTok and Instagram, they tell you to go with curiosity and emotional. For YouTube, you've got to mix curiosity with keywords.
Okay.
And for Facebook, slightly more descriptive works. So that would be
Okay.
like in your title.
Okay. I think
With
probably because people tend to sit and scroll Facebook more so than they do scroll through YouTube. Maybe. So, was that the end of your tip?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I'm looking for
Okay.
some more.
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to give you some results. So the pop art challenge, I mean, the information I provided them was after the fact. So, my thumbnail sucked and all that stuff. So my so I'm just looking, that was 11 days ago, and YouTube always gives you a ranking. So that video was 8 of 10. So 10 being the suckiest, and if it's 1 of 10, it's great. It's hitting on all those points. Um, so the views were down, the click-through rate was down, and the average view duration was 5 minutes and 37 seconds. Well, at least we got that. Then the one that they helped me with, I will say this. So they rated it 7 of 10, which is not a whole lot better, but um, the views are, I mean, they put a check mark by that, like a green check mark. And impressions click through rate was higher. It was 4.8%, but the average view duration was down. It was only 3 minutes and 3 seconds. So I think what you said, Dar, is right, that sometimes we just need to trust our instincts somewhat. But I definitely feel like the information that they cull from the internet obviously is coming somewhere from facts. So I think it's valuable. And who can you? I mean, because I can't like phone a friend and say, "Hey, help me with this thumbnail or do this," but ChatGPT is sort of that friend that will help you. And you're right, Gretchen. I think people use YouTube as a research tool. Absolutely. I think that after Google, YouTube is the second largest search engine, which I usually go to Google first because I figure a YouTube video will pop up. If I'm looking for inspiration, I will Google something sometimes, and then other times I'll go like directly to Pinterest. So but if I'm wanting to know how to do something, then I do usually go directly to YouTube. Dar, you could learn to do an appendectomy off there.
Probably. They
Probably.
show everything else.
Bronny says YouTube's changed. I think it used to be much more of a research tool, and now it's replacing other streaming platforms, according to experts, of which I'm not. But that is 100% true for my household. Good to know. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube, like if Tom's home, we'll watch Netflix or something, or we like American Idol, and that's about all the network TV we watch. But then if he's gone or something, YouTube is on. I'm watching, creators. So,
Well, a lot of times, I just bought a steam juicer, for grapes and stuff from the garden. And it was easier for me to go to YouTube, hit the same type of juicer that I purchased, and watch somebody actually use that one on YouTube. And I do that for a lot of things, a lot of different
yeah.
things. I mean,
And the
I
nice
read the
thing
directions too, but I
with
read
a
the
video, you
directions
can
too, but
pause it, pause
yeah.
it, go back and look. Bronny says we don't watch TV hardly ever. Gretchen says, I think the federal government under Obama partnered with Google to solicit how-to videos to create a storehouse of informative videos. Well, that's interesting. Bronny says it's great for visual learners. I agree. Like that, like you said, Dar.
My he's watching it all the time now when he wants to find out about the side effects of a medication.
Oh,
He's going to
good.
YouTube, and he's
Well, that's good.
87.
Good for him. Now you have backup whenever you try to tell him, right?
Yeah, one could wish, one could hope. I'm looking back on what they told me about my short that I sent them, the whole video, and they watched it. And he says, right now, your video starts calm. That hurts retention. Now, I've never really known myself to be calm, but so add text in the first 1 to 2 seconds. Don't throw old furniture away. This transformation is crazy. Watch this
Ooh.
table change. Maybe that would have been a better approach on my short if I would have started it, that way. I guess that would be a better hook even on a short.
Yeah.
Trying to keep them from not, scrolling through.
Yeah, like that, I guess what I had started to say earlier, and then I think I actually interrupted myself. Lemons to Lemonade. If you look at her thumbnails, they're all like that. I'll pull her up real quick. And we all know what a successful channel she has.
You know, even on Chat GPT, he's telling me if you'd like me to suggest a perfect hook line based on your voice and style.
Oh, I like that offer.
Because that short I had, added a voiceover on it. So that's interesting. I just am catching that now when I'm reading based on my
Okay.
my voice and my style.
So here's a video. So thumbnails from you know what? I get while you're looking at that, I will pull up her channel and then we can actually look at I can share the screen to show that, I hope. Let me see.
Yeah, Gretchen, you're right. Shorts definitely different than the long form format, and that kind of goes back to that other thing with trying to funnel people to your long form video is through shorts. Any of them on daily, they were talking like 4 different videos per channel per day would get you to 60,000 subs in 6 months. I did it for a month. One video on each channel. I mean, it was the same video on the same channel for a month, and I gained 38 subs. So it does work, but I don't have that much that I can share with everybody to create that many shorts in a day. Uh-oh, did we lose you, Levon? Are you
Um,
still there?
okay, so let me try to share my screen again. Oh, come on. Oh, it's I I'm here. Can you hear me? The thing StreamYard isn't
Yeah,
responding.
you were just froze up
Um,
for a bit.
hmm.
You're froze right now.
I'll,
We're we're at 52 minutes. I'll keep talking until you come back on. Um yeah, she froze up. I don't know bad. All right, I'm going to tell you the simple template you can copy every time when you're making a short. The hook. Wait till you
I
see
hear you, but your
this.
video is
The context.
frozen. Okay.
Am I froze?
See if you can see that. Because then if
I'm
you
not
can hear me, I can share the screen.
I can hear you now.
I'm blaming it on this
Can you hear me
weather.
now? Can you hear me now? My hair's pretty white today, Gretchen. I need to get some more of that purple shampoo, but you know what? It's $90 for a 32-ounce bottle. So I haven't reordered it, but I really need to because I'm getting pretty white. And it's not a nice white. Okay, you guys can see me. All right, I'm going to go back until Levon comes back. A simple template you can copy every time to use for a short. And the reason I'm focusing on these darn shorts is because of that show I did where they were telling you how to get from 0 to 60,000 subs in 6 months. And they said you had to do like 4 shorts on each channel every day, which was like an astronomical amount, which I could never do. But even in a short, they want you to start with a hook. And they said, an example, wait till you see this. And then the next is the context. We already painted it. The process, quick cuts of the work that you did, a payoff, the real moment, and the loop, the final reveal. So basically, some of them are the same as the long form, trying to really condense it down into something that is 60 seconds, which is really, really hard to do. But I was successful to get
Do you
38
guys
subs
see
in
me?
4 weeks just by
Because I
doing
can't
the
see
one
Dar.
video on every channel. Every day I went through the weekend even. I did Saturday and Sunday. And my views were up, of course, over 250,000 views to date from the first of the year, which was
Having a
nice.
micro nap. Okay, you can see me again.
Yeah,
okay.
I noticed that, Gretchen. Shorts pop up now even first before regular long YouTube channels. So I'm just saying shorts are where it's at. And Bronny, if you can just start to get comfortable with doing shorts, you're already there then, and you'll be ready for long form videos. And it just seems like that the thumbnail for the long term, the title for the long term, and your hook for the long term and the short term are really important to get those. Hi, are you back? Were you in Lavania?
I went to Lavania. Yeah. Okay, are we back?
Yeah, they even. I see ya. I see ya, but you're kind of broken up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Now you're good.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think we should. Okay. Oh my gosh. Nothing's working.
Oh, there. We see that. That's coming up Saturday, May 9th. And this is one that Crystal is joining one of the guests that we had on before, Dawn, from Shabby Meets Bling, if you remember her. And I'm working on a piece now. If you go see my shorts, you'll see what the piece is, because that's what I've been showing on my shorts. Because the best I've been able to do with keeping up with the short today is show everybody what I worked on for the day. And so that's going to be May 9th at 8 p.m. And I'm sure Crystal will have one. I've got one. I think Levon has even got one that she's going to be working on for that. So unless Levon gets back on, or if Levon can hear me, she can take that down. Otherwise, yeah, that paper's from Lelbrani. That was just in their new release. I'm sorry, I don't know what the name of it is, but you get the same 3 sheets in that paper, and I'm going to end up using all 3 sheets on this table. I've got some reverse decoupage going on the glass top because I wanted to leave that glass top in there for ease of using the table to set glasses and things down on it. And then the bottom portion, I'm going to use about a sheet and a half. I may have a sheet, a half a sheet left. Well, I think we've lost Levon, and I can't. It's the same scenario as last weekend. I went ahead and I left and I didn't sign out. Levon can just get back and even just sign out. That's what happens. I mean, tech, bad weather. We've seen Marty and Lel, they've had to dump some of their transmissions coming from Scotland. I mean, a couple times because of weather and things across the pond. She's trying to come back. I think it's you guys are stuck with me forever. She's trying. I can see her unplugging everything and she's running upstairs with her computer. Yeah, if you guys want to bug out, go ahead. I'll hang out here until she can sign out. Apology. I think she's trying to come back, you guys. I was twirling there for a little bit. Yeah, if she comes back on,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Go touch base with those people
Horrible.
in your
so
house.
I don't know how it's going
Gretchen.
for everybody else.
Good night, ladies. I think everybody pretty much left. Gretchen left. Oh, Bronny, I think Bronny might be the only one still here. I think just sign out.
All right. I don't know.